Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun, and welcome you all back to my next video. I'll be here on YouTube, and today I'm going to be doing my own review, an impromptu review, fresh off seeing Star Wars The Last Jedi. When it comes to doing reviews on my channel, I haven't really done a review of anything in like quite a few years, and I am hoping to make that a thing for my channel going forward. You know, movies, TV shows, video games, anime, what the heck else ever. I'm hoping to do reviews coming soon. I've been planning on doing reviews for certain things for quite a while. I just never got around to doing it. So maybe me doing this off the, right off the, if seeing Star Wars The Last Jedi, maybe that can spark me getting back into doing stuff like this for my channel. Because the last time I remember doing this, I think was the Zelda Skyward Sword review from like 2011 or 2012, no, 2012 actually. And doing that, like that one comic graphic novel from one of the people I went to college with, like one of their own little reviews that years ago. But yeah, talking about that, I've done that, and I'm hoping now this video right here will be my chance to start getting back on doing this. But let me just get this started with my review of Star Wars The Last Jedi, fresh in my brain, because I just went a couple hours ago to see it with my cousins Vito and Patrick. You know, the Insane Gaming Geek, Crazy Patrick's Show, P&T Gamers, Two Cousins Game. You've seen them on my channels countless times. I've been on their channels countless times. We went to go see it together, and this is going to be my review of that, which is like I mentioned. I also want to basically mention that I'm going to start this review off no spoilers, but during the review, because I don't want to do a separate video, because I think it's kind of stupid. I'm going to do spoilers at the end. I'll use the last couple of minutes of this video for spoilers, and I will mention it to you. And when I do, if you have not seen the movie yet, I would suggest you click out and go see it, and then you could go watch that part of my review, because I really don't want to spoil it for you. I hate it when people try to be idiots online and spoil stuff for you. It can be completely unrelated to whatever it is, but in some sort of comment section in YouTube or Facebook or somewhere else on the internet, some idiot out there is going to go and be like, oh, I'm going to take this comment and ruin it for everyone. I hate when people do that, and I came so close to seeing a spoiler for this movie on a YouTube video like a couple days ago because of that, such a thing. So I really don't want to spoil it for you, because it's something especially if you're a Star Wars fan, worth seeing without stupid spoilers in your face. So let's get that started. No spoiler review right now, and I'll mention when the spoilers come. Now, Star Wars The Last Jedi, did I like it? Did I not like it? And one thing I sure as heck saw before I went even to remotely watch this video is I seen online this video had such mixed reviews. There were people that absolutely loved it, and there's a lot of people out there that absolutely hated it. My category, I thought it was freaking badass. I thought it was awesome. I thought the movie was cool. Did it have problems? Yes. But the overall story and the characters, Rey and, Finn and Poe and Kylo Ren and Anakin and, Leia, no, Anakin, Luke. I'm totally, see, this is the middle of the night. It's like 12 o'clock and my brain's not working. Luke and Leia and Snoke and all the other characters, Phasma and everything. It was a pretty cool overall story coming off the, 2 years ago with The Force Awakens. They're now finally doing like a cinematic movie version of after the Return of Jedi story, after the death of Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. I mean, for years we had like comic books and video games and stuff in the expanded universe that they cut like 95% of it out of the canon now. But yeah, we finally get a cinematic continuation of Return of the Jedi with years later, and we've seen that years ago with The Force Awakens, and now the Last Jedi Episode 8. I overall liked it. I thought it was pretty cool, the use of the visual worlds we saw, like the locations that they basically travel to, and the battles, against the certain people. I'm not trying to mention specific battles because it's kind of spoilery, but there's people battles you obviously would know. Kylo Ren's gonna fight someone, or Rey's gonna fight someone. She went to search for Luke. Luke would become her teacher and trainer, and so on and so forth. The overall story about the New Order basically still taking over the galaxy after the fall of the the Empire from Return of the Jedi and stuff. They're still going on. The heroes are basically still on the run, basically, and the movie is basically just the New Order trying to take out the remaining rebels. Basically, that's basically what is left, and the movie just kind of it's a cat and mouse chase game where they're kind of being like, it's like the Empire, the New Order is still so powerful that it overruns the galaxy kind of still, and the heroes are still, the underdogs, like how the rebellion was for the Empire during the original trilogy. It was, like I said, it is not without problems, but I think a lot of people are blowing it way out of proportion here. I think it was overall a good Star Wars movie, probably one of the best. I'd put it probably certainly in the top 5. I don't know what that order would be. I'll probably do that for another video, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. It had its action scenes, character development, storyline progression, humor, which one complaint I definitely remember hearing, especially from it after watching it, because I looked up some reviews and whatnot, because I didn't want to see any people mention this stuff before I went to see the actual video, see the actual movie. People were kind of complaining about the humor. Newsflash, people, Star Wars has never been fully serious. It's always had humorous moments, and the original trilogy had a ton of them. The prequels had a ton of them. This new trilogy has a ton of them. They're in the Clone Wars. They're in Rebels. The only thing from Star Wars that ever really was super serious might have been some of the Expanded Universe books and whatnot. And, I don't know, Rogue One? Rogue One is like the darkest a movie has ever gotten for Star Wars. That is the darkest it ever got. It has humor, but it focuses a lot more on the character development, the story, the seriousness, the darker nature of it. That's the darkest it ever got. But the humor has always been a part of Star Wars. Humor has always been a part of Star Wars, as much as the characters, the world building, the settings, the action, the story, and everything. And I didn't really find it, bad for the most part. Like, not like maybe there's small, like 5% of the humor they had, maybe 10, maybe. In the movie, yeah, I understand maybe they went overboard on some things, but it's not a big enough percent for you to go up like, oh, I hate the humor, when that is a part of Star Wars as much as everything else. But like I said, it's just, coming off fresh, just seeing it. Like I said, I'm probably going to do another review on this, my thoughts after I think stuff over, but this is just an impromptu review. And it's just, I enjoyed it. See, I'm a simple person. And people will probably hate me for that. If you put in the comment sections, you can hate me all you want for saying, I'm a simple person. I just go there and just look for something to enjoy. I don't try to be a critic. I don't try to be negative when I go see, movies. I try to find enjoyment out of it. Does that mean I enjoy everything? No. But I just go there just to enjoy the video, enjoy the movie in front of me, and see if I like it. I've been a fan of Star Wars for a long damn time. I've been a fan of Star Wars since I was like 5 or 6 in like the 90s. I was born in 1990. By the mid 90s, I started getting into Star Wars, mid to late 90s. I remember watching it with my friends. I remember going to my one friend's house, or his aunt's house, or grandmother's house, or something, and we watched one of the old, I forgot, the big, I forgot what they're called, the big disc versions. Watching Return of the Jedi, and it was amazing. I grew up loving the characters like Han and Luke and Leia, and becoming a big fan of it, playing the video games. The prequel trilogy came out, playing the pod racing game, playing all the games based off things, playing the Super Series on Super Nintendo, Knights of the Republic, and all that sort of stuff, Unleashed and everything. And now the new trilogy's out. I've been a fan of Star Wars for a long time, so I am a long-time fan, but I'm not going to be a critic and just blast everything I hate. Does that mean there's stuff from the original trilogy, from the prequel trilogy, from this new trilogy, and, side stuff and games that I didn't really enjoy? Yeah, sure. But that's for any fandom. That's for anything out there. There's nothing in the world that's perfect, and there's always something you might not like, but that doesn't always detract from the actual whatever it is you're doing, the book you're reading, the game you're playing, the movie you're watching, stuff like that. But overall, my review is, I enjoyed it. If you're a Star Wars fan, you need to watch this. Get your own opinion if you like it or not. But I think a lot of the negatives are kind of being thrown out the window right now. And I think people are overreacting a little bit. And it just has good set pieces. It has good battle and action, space battles, another major thing Star Wars is known for. Music, world building, characters and settings. And we get to see the classic characters from the original trilogy, the new characters, and just building up the story of building up Snoke, trying to get to Rey, and Kylo, still going after her, and how they're connected, and who that person is, and that person is, and just trying to build up, trying to find Luke to help with the Resistance and the Rebels against, the New Order and everything. It's just a fun, action-oriented movie where the heroes are still the underdogs, and I love stories like that. And it had nice set pieces and action, and there's a few points in the movie I kind of was like, oh, are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? And it's like, it was at the putting you at the edge of your seat. So basically, overall, I think it was a pretty good movie, and I enjoyed it. As a longtime Star Wars fan, I loved it, and as a moviegoer, it's a good movie too. And it's like, it's not the best one. I never would put it over like Empire or Return, but I put it on the same levels as, you know, A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One and The Force Awakens and stuff like that. So there you go. That's basically my review. It is worth watching to get your own opinion. I liked it. I was one of the people that liked it, and I thought it had good set pieces, music, characters, and battles. Now it's time for spoilers. Spoilers start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The battle at the end of the movie, when after Snoke dies to Kylo Ren. I kind of came across a spoiler of that, like some idiot, but I skimmed through it, so I only saw parts of it. But the way they did it did surprise me, of him killing Snoke, and then Rey and Kylo team up to battle his guards. That was an amazing moment. It makes you think Kylo's coming to the light side. Case in point, he wanted to run the New Order himself and take over the galaxy. And he wanted Rey with him, but obviously the Rey did not want that. We've seen a casino world where Finn and what's her name, Rose, try to get the thing so they can get onto the ship and defenses so they can light speed out of there because the New Order was following them. I hear a lot of people say that that world didn't really need to be there, and my cousin even said that. My cousin Vito basically said the same thing. He didn't really like that world at all. That it was like too much like the prequels and whatnot. I didn't have too much of a problem with the world because I think they kind of wanted you to hate it. Because it was like a really, like the rich, fancy gambling people that, you know, animal abuse and child abuse and stuff like that. I didn't have too much problem. I think they did it a little too much. They focused a little too much on it, but I didn't have a problem with it too badly. The whole Rey going after Luke, trying to get him to train her and teach her, and he wants to destroy the Jedi, and we find out that we've seen the flashback finally for what happened with the Jedi Temple and how, you know, Ben Solo became Kylo Ren and left him, and he sensed the hatred and the darkness and Snoke inside of, you know, Ben, and then tried to kill him, but he was regretting his decision as Ben noticed he was thinking he's trying to kill him. They fight, he destroys the temple, he runs off to Snoke, and the Jedi Temple is destroyed, and Luke goes into hiding, and he's guilty of it and everything, or he feels guilty of it. And that was when we finally get to see, like, okay, this hero that we saw in the original trilogy, how much he rose up and just all the personal conflicts he had for trying to be a Jedi Master, and based off all the legacy, and he became a legendary hero, and that's what everyone saw in him, and then he just wanted to get out of it. I'm at fault for this, for my nephew becoming, you know, Mr. Evil Dark Lord dude. And we finally got the actual match everyone, I think, wanted to see between Finn and Phasma. We finally get to see Phasma after she's thrown in the dumpster and the thing in the Force Awakens. And I know a lot of people said they wasted her. And a lot of people, I think it could have been a lot better. They had a nice, interesting battle that Finn was losing. Then he knocks her upside the head. The ship falls apart. She falls into flames and gets engulfed and burnt up to death, basically. I understand maybe she kind of went out poorly. But she did not go out worse than Boba Fett. Oh! But I never... See, that's the problem. I saw her as a major character, but I never saw her as a major character who's going to have to be on major parts of the story or a major death or anything. Her dying that easily... Is it perfect? No, I think it could have been a little bit better, but I think it kind of fit the character a little bit, and I don't think she really needed a full-blown, like, super cinematic death. The ship just fell apart, and she fell into the flames and was engulfed and killed. And it was simple. She was kicking his ass, and it's like, holy crap! He gets up her hand, bops her on the head, the ship plummets, and boom, she goes and dies. Like, I didn't really have a problem with that. Like, it was not perfect. It could have been done a smidge better, but I didn't really expect to see her. Give me 1 second. I didn't really expect her to be a major character, really, maybe when it comes to episode 9 and everything, so her dying here doesn't really impact anything. Snoke's death is more of a major thing, because, like who's going to be the major villain? Like, you didn't know at first who's going to be the major villain for episode 9, because there's supposed to be a trilogy. and they promoted the fact that Kylo Ren's going to be the major villain. Pretty much, I'm sure he is in episode 9. So basically, we saw the casino world. We saw Phasma's death. We saw the space battles and Finn coming back and Poe and Leia tapping more into her abilities of the Force to save herself in space, which I see a lot of people complain about that. It's a little weird, but I could go with it because she's as strong in the Force, or at least technically can be as strong in the Force as Luke is. So she can fly through space and breathe. I don't know. And we thought she was going to die there, but they show her in the later parts of the movie, so you kind of knew she wasn't going to die yet. And just it was a cat and mouse game. They were chasing them. They could never escape. They basically, it was like, how are the rebels, how are the resistance going to actually get away from them? Because the movie was basically a big chase scene, which I don't have a major problem with, but it's cool. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not like the best thing, but it's like it shows you that there is nowhere for them to go. There's people out there that believe in the rebels and believe in the resistance, but there's nowhere really too big for them to go because the New Order kind of is like the new Empire and is almost everything taken over. And then, like I said, Snoke died. And we get to the final part where Luke comes off his island, and we assume it's actually him. He gets to greet Leia. Oh, nothing ever ends, which goes into the future event and also the death of Carrie Fisher. Nothing really ever truly ends. He goes out there, and Kylo Ren's like blows them away. He tries to blow them away, but he just stands there and isn't affected. Then Kylo goes down there, tries to hit him and attack and fight him, and he just goes, and Luke just avoids everything. And when he tries to go for the killing blow, he goes right through him. Lo and behold, Luke used the Force from his island. He wasn't actually there, to have a hologram of himself, like an image of himself, to buy the Resistance enough time to get off on the Millennium Falcon when Rey came back to the planet, and they all flew off. There's hope once again for the rebels to reign supreme, and a new resistance is starting, and it's just growing now, and it's building up for episode 9. I didn't really find a problem with it. I thought that was pretty good overall. That's basically the general story of spoilers I want to go into. But yeah, that's about it. A good movie, beginning to end, had a few issues here and there, but it was overall pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best Star Wars movie, but I sure as heck wouldn't say it's the worst. I thought it was in the top 5 somewhere. And overall, I enjoyed it. I found it kept me interested. That's all I was asking for, and it's like, now it makes me wonder and expect and wait for us to see episode 9 in 2 years, because next year is the Han Solo movie, and hope that they expand upon it, and maybe we see more information on backstory for the Jedi Temple and Snoke and Kylo Ren and Rey and Leia and everything, Poe and Finn, and just go forward with the Resistance battling the New Order, and just expect to see what world they're gonna do. That's really all it can be. I know people are probably coming across this video and they're like, oh, you're too simple going, and you just like it. And but I didn't find too many complaints out of it. Maybe in due time I'll look back on it and say, okay, maybe this and this and this, but it's not going to detract me from still finding it a good movie. Like when I went to see the last, Force Awakens, I liked it a lot more, I think, when I first saw it than later on, but later on, it never detracted me from saying, oh, it's a bad movie. It still is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. I think one of the best Star Wars movies out there. So, this is going to be the same way. So, there you go. Star Wars fan, myself, reviewing The Force Awakens sequel, The Last Jedi, and just giving my thoughts. It's a good movie overall. You should go see it yourself, get your own opinion. Do not listen to the internet. Do not listen and have people's opinions dictate your own, because I hate that. I hate people who just hive mind stuff, like everyone that goes against the prequel trilogy. Oh, the hive mind is that the prequels suck. They aren't as good, but they're not bad. And Revenge of the Sith was pretty good. So there you go. Don't be a hive mind. Don't listen to people. Don't let people dictate your opinions. Go see it for yourself. Dictate your own opinion. Do you like it or not? Because quite frankly, I loved it. And I'm waiting for episode 9 in the Solo movie and any other future Star Wars movies, spin-offs, cartoons, games, whatever. My name is Fun. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day and see you all later. in the next video.